Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. This is the 100th upload on the channel. Kind of cool, time flies. But I want to thank you guys for sticking around for 100 of these and getting in the comments and making it fun for me to continue producing these. Anyway, there's no actual footage in this presentation. It's all still images. And the title is a play on the words from the movie Don't Look Up. So, and hopefully by the end of this presentation, you'll understand the play on words there. So yeah, check it out, get in the comments, let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you on the other side. Thank you. All right, so we're starting here on Mars, and this is a face everybody has seen. I know that it was said that this went away with imagery with higher resolution. I'm not totally sold on any of that necessarily, but yeah, anyway, so we all know this face when we look down from above, down on Mars, but there's some other things too. Recently, we saw this, and it looks like, I don't know, it looks like right angles. It looks like a foundation for a building, possibly, but it definitely looks like design. It reeks of geometry to me. And speaking of buildings and foundations, there's also this on Mars, and we'll get in closer so you can see it, but you know, it doesn't look like really anything else around. It looks like there's symmetry, it looks like structure, it looks like a pyramid, obviously. And whether it is or not, I don't know, but the point is, you look around and you start to see things, and not everything is pareidolia. Sometimes you're seeing what you're actually seeing. Yeah, and I think this is a fascinating one, particularly in light of the second thing we just looked at. Now here's a really interesting one to me. This looks like a carving cut out of rock. And it looks like Ramses II on the left there from Egypt. I mean, it looks very similar. Even if you look at the angles here of the cut-in, I mean, if you look at that and then compare it with this on the other side, you know, there's a lot of similarities here. And yeah, I mean, when my brain says, okay, rock cutouts like this are in Egypt on Earth, and then this is on Mars, I have to ask myself, why? Why are there such similarities on literally two different planets? So, all right, then we go to Nazca. And, you know, from above again, looking down, we see hummingbirds, we see spiders, we see monkeys, we see all kinds of stuff in Nazca, and they're still finding more, which is interesting. But, you know, this doesn't happen in nature on its own. This is by design, right? And then we use LIDAR, and this new modern technology is allowing us to not only look down, but look into the past, almost like a telescope. You know, we're seeing into our own past and seeing intelligent design on our own planet that we didn't know existed previously. And LIDAR is great because, you know, you can't deny what you're seeing. I mean, these structures and this planning all happened somehow or another. And speaking of planning and structure, so this is off the coast of Southern California by my house, and this is what it looks like now, as of last year when Google Earth decided to change it. When I mentioned that I'm not totally sold on the notion that the face on Mars is gone because of, you know, updated higher resolution imagery saying, oh, it's not there, this is kind of what I had in mind. Like, you know, that's like saying, well, now look at the Google imagery from the satellite. It's actually not there anymore. And we're supposed to go, oh, okay, I guess we were just wrong. I don't know. It's not so cut and dry in my mind. The quote unquote base outside of Malibu, there, and then it's not there. And then something else that's interesting is star forts. And again, you look down and you see these are signs of intelligent society. These are sophisticated mathematics, there's engineering prowess, there's command of the resources, there's workforce organization and management, there's geographical understanding. There's so much awareness in order to create something like this. The Pentagon, in my opinion, is a star fort, probably the most famous one in our own country. Now, let's go to Antarctica and check some things out. We're going to leave Southern California here. We're going to zip over down across the Pacific, go over Australia, and we're going to go to these particular coordinates, which I intentionally left in here so you guys can go and look this up yourselves and see what you see. But I'm going to show you what I see when I look at these coordinates. That's ice. Okay, I don't know how deep that body of water is, but I'm going to show you something. That is a star. That's geometry. That doesn't happen in nature on its own. And here it is side by side with and without the overlay, so you can see. There's no question, in my mind at least, that is a star structure or design either under the ice or imprinted on top of the ice, almost like a crop circle. But either way, there's a star there, and it's in the middle of nowhere in Antarctica. So it's in this circle. Now I'm going to show you something else in Antarctica. So now we're going to back out, come over here, and again, I left in the coordinates specifically so you guys can go look this up on Google Earth on your own and check this out. But I mean, this is what it shows. Why is there a gigantic hole going into a mountain, aka a cave, with a finished floor no less? What is that about in the middle of nowhere? And if you're wondering about the size, that's 60 yards across, 60 yards and 40 yards tall. That is a gigantic opening with a finished floor. Whoever did this didn't even bother to color match it to the environment to try to hide it. I mean, that just sticks out like a sore thumb. All right, so I know that was a lot that I just went through, but I want to show you something. These are screenshots of these last two things from Antarctica. They're screenshots on my phone, and I'm going to scroll up so you can see how long they've been screenshots on my phone. That rinky-dink hand-drawn star over there, it was something that I did in 2017. That screenshot's been on my phone since then. I've been trying to figure this out. And the same thing here. Look down there, the satellite shot was taken in 2016. And again, this has been on my phone since 2017, over 8 years. These aren't new finds for me. These are not new struggles for me intellectually. I've been trying to figure out these anomalies and crack this egg for a while now. All right, so let's talk takeaways here. And I don't want to be on a soapbox, but what I will say is that when you look down, you start to see things that don't add up. And if you see enough things that don't add up, it should make you question what you're being told. And that's what I'm going through, and I have been going through for many years. And so, you know, when I see things in Nazca, when I see what's being developed and shown in the Amazon through LIDAR, it makes me realize, yeah, there's still more to this story. And then I see star forts and I think there's structure down there for years. And then I see something like this and say, oh yeah, that's also right. The powers that be have the ability to turn on and off our spigot of knowledge. Or when I see something like this, I can't just chalk it up to nonsense. That's a star. And I see this, that's not nothing. That's a cave with a finished floor, and it's gigantic, and it's in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, the point of this is look down. We have LIDAR, we have drones, we have satellite, we have all kinds of technology that allows us to look down and investigate. And I think the more we see, the more we question, the more we learn. So there you go. All right, folks. Thanks so much for your time. I appreciate it. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you on the next one.